Hi, have you ever been to Walgreens before?
No, but have you ever seen one of these before?
It looks like a small blue pill.
Yes, they are very illegal, and I believe there's fentanyl in them.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna test that out. Let's see if I die.
As you're possibly passing away, could I go on a dissertation about Walgreens?
You sure may.
Thank you. I was just at Walgreens with my girlfriend, and they're selling black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I said to my girlfriend, that's kind of strange. And she said, well, why is that strange? And I said, because it's the same fucking guy, but he's two different colors. Like, what is this, like the 1960s? And she goes, no, 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 they're doing that so when black kids come into the store, they feel more included. And I said, well, what about Asian kids? What about Hispanic kids? Like, we all bleed red. Why can't a white guy give you presents? Like, you're basically saying that's can't be. And I think that's more divisive. She thinks I'm a racist. Who do you agree with, my girlfriend or myself?
I don't believe you're a racist. I think the Santa Claus should be an alien, so we can't, associate him with any race.
Okay, so thank you that for saying I'm not a racist. You would prefer an alien Santa Claus.
With a very large dick, yes.
Well, then the black Santa Claus could probably be suitable for you then if that's what you're looking for in your Santa.
Now that's racist.
Oh no, I have great profound respect for their phalluses. You know, I'm a masculine man. I take pride in my phallus size, and if theirs is much larger than mine on average, I appreciate and respect that, and I want them to be properly represented.
I think I have a decent member. I'm about to show you my dick pic, and you tell me.
Yeah, please, just you can just give me the. I mean, you don't have to show me. Just don't you? Did you measure it? I mean, yeah. Hi. Oh, hi. Have you been to?
Hola,
Pardon me.
hola.
Hola. Hi. Do you speak English?
Only a little bit. I
Uh,
understand. I understand it. Just speak a little.
Spanish.
Sí, sí.
Oh, película, película. Oh, great. I actually need a black man's opinion really quick. Would you mind?
What's up?
So I was just at Walgreens with my girlfriend, and I noticed that they're selling on the same aisle black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I said, that's kind of weird. And she said, what's weird? And I said, well, it's the same fucking guy, but he's two different colors. Like, why does it's the same dude? And she goes, well, maybe little black kids that come in Walgreens don't want to see white Santa Claus. They don't feel included. And I said, well, what about little Asian kids? Do they not feel included? Look, he's giving you presents. He's white. I mean, we all bleed red. What does it matter? Like, do I have to have a black Superman and white Superman? Like, I feel like that's kind of dividing us more. And that being said, if Santa Claus had been black since the beginning, then I would have no problem. Then I would have a problem with him suddenly being white. You know, like it to me is like, what does skin color matter?
I feel you. That's a great point.
Thank you, dude. So she thinks I'm kind of racist for thinking that that's wrong, and I'm not like. I just feel like confused. Like, who? Why is that? It's the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I got you.
thanks for hearing me out, bro.
That's no problem. You have a good one.
Merry Christmas. Hi, have you ever been to Walgreens before?
Yeah, let me think. Come on, dude. You fucking stupid?
Oh, I apologize. Well, speaking of stupid, I was just at Walgreens and they have black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I said to my girlfriend, what the fuck is going on? It's like a weird pseudo reverse version of 1960. She goes, what do you mean by that? And I go, Santa Claus is white. He's like Scandinavian, St. Nicholas. Like, she goes, well, I just think that they're making him black, so
Hey, bro. Hey. You're an idiot. Come on. Get real.
Santa Claus isn't white?
Jesus Christ. Oh, you're woke, right? You're woke?
No, I'm anti woke. I'm saying Santa Claus is white. Why would they make him black?
You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, perfect. I actually need a black man's opinion, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure. Talk to me.
So I was just at Walgreens with my girlfriend, and they're selling these Santa Claus statues, and I noticed they have half the statues are white Santa Clauses, and then half are black Santa Clauses. And I was like, huh, that's kind of, huh. And she goes, what, huh, what? And I go, well, Santa Claus is white. I think it's like Saint Nicholas, a German, like, folktale, like he lives in the North Pole. And she goes, well, why can't he be black? And I was like, no, I mean, it's not that he can't be, it's that he isn't. Like, what's wrong with the white Santa Claus? And she goes, well, what if a little black kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel
Oh my god.
he doesn't feel included with the white Santa Claus? And I was like, well, what if an Asian kid comes to the store and he doesn't feel included with black Santa Claus? Like, the point is, we all bleed red. The guy's giving you presents. What does it matter what his skin color is? Like, and she basically thinks that I'm kind of racist and I care too much about it.
No, you're not. Okay, so I think this is the whole problem with the woke movement. No, I don't know your girlfriend. I'm not like trying to
She's
like make
retarded.
any negative remarks.
No, she's
But-
retarded.
Look, certain things are the way they are. If the picture of Jesus was a black guy, I don't think a lot of people would believe in Jesus. And there are like necessary evils in life. And then there's also like certain aspects of life that you don't necessarily have to make so like woke. You know, Santa Claus is a white dude, fat as hell. People want to sit on his lap.
Oh, hey, ladies. Quick question. I just had a big argument with my girlfriend. It'd really help if you guys could give me your 2 cents.
I would love to give you my 2 cents.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I went to, we're both looking for a Santa Claus for Christmas. So we head over to Walgreens and we're kind of running late. And we noticed that they have black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I was like, well, what the, it was a 1960 here? What's going on? And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, Santa Claus is white. He lives in the North Pole. I think he's German, like Saint Nicholas or some shit. He eats cookies. And she said, well, what's wrong with black Santa Claus? And I said, there's nothing wrong. I'm just saying, what's wrong with white Santa Claus? He's white. And she goes, well, I just think if a little black kid comes into Walgreens and he sees white Santa Claus, he might not feel included. And I was like, well, what if a fucking Asian kid comes into Walgreens and sees black Santa Claus? And he, like,
That's true.
we all bleed red. He's giving you presents. He's white. Deal with it. Like, why does he have to be black for... I mean, I love Black Panther. I've never seen it. But what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. And you know what you know what the worst part is? Is they literally just painted over the white one's face black. They didn't give him a bigger dick. They didn't give him a bigger lips or anything.
Okay.
I think what you just said sums it up.
I just think that okay. So she wanted to get the black Santa, but
No.
you wanted.
She thinks it's
It was just
racist that I'm...
Oh, it was just like she thinks you're racist.
I think the comment you just made about bigger lips and bigger dick was racist.
No, that's respectful.
Right, but here's my friend.
I don't have a big dick.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Hi. I was just at the store with my girlfriend, and they're selling these Santa Claus statues. You know who Santa Claus is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and half of the statues are black Santa Clauses. And I said, huh. And my girlfriend goes, what, huh? And I go, Santa Claus is white. Why are there black statues here? And she said, wow, what if a little black kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel included with the white Santa? And I was like, well, what if an Asian kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel included with the black Santa? Like, we go on and on here. Like, it's a white guy. That's the point. What's wrong with being white? You know, why does he have to be black to feel... What? Like, I like black characters. I like Black Panther. Like, what the fuck? Why does he have to be black? Isn't that racist? And she goes, no, you're racist.
I wouldn't say it's racist, but that's the day and age we live in, brother, where everything's racist and everything's not racist. It's kind of hard to distinguish between what's racist and what's not.
Yes. So you don't think I'm a racist?
No, I don't think you're racist, no.
Thank you, dude. Oh, perfect. I actually need an Asian person's opinion on something real quick. Okay. Have you ever been to Walgreens before?
Walgreens?
Hey, have you heard of the store Walgreens before? Like CVS?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just there with my girlfriend, and they have these Santa Claus statues, and half of the Santa Claus statues were black. They were black Santa. Oh. Hey, what's up? What's up, niggas? How you guys doing? Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, do you guys know the store Walgreens?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went there with my girlfriend, and they're selling these Santa Claus statues, and half of the Santa Claus statues were black. They were black Santa Clauses. And I said, pardon me?
What?
Yeah, so I said to my girlfriend, that's kind of weird. And she was like, what's weird? And I said, Santa Claus is white. He lives in the North Pole. I think he's based off St. Nicholas, some German guy or some shit. She said, well, what if some little black kid comes in the store and doesn't feel included with the white Santa Claus? And you're Asian in the middle there. Like I said, well, what if an Asian kid comes in and he doesn't feel included with black Santa? Like we could go on and on here. You know what I mean? Like, so do you think I'm a racist, or is Walgreens?
I think Walgreens.
I think it's on Walgreens. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they just blackface Santa. They didn't give him a bigger dick. They didn't give him bigger lips or watermelon. Oh, perfect. I actually need a African American's opinion on this, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure.
And a female, so it's like a double positive. But so I'm at the store. You know Walgreens?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm at Walgreens with my significant other, and I noticed that they're selling Santa Claus statues, but I know
yeah, they're black.
Yeah, half the statues are okay. Yeah, and I go, that's kind of confusing, and she goes, what's confusing? And I go, well, Santa Claus is like German. I think Saint Nicholas, like he lives in the North Pole, is like a white guy or some shit. And she goes, well, why can't he be black? I go, no, it's not that he can't be, it's that he isn't. Like, what's wrong with white Santa Claus?
Baby, Santa isn't real, but I thought it was weird that they had so many black Santa Clauses. But, you know, baby, Santa Claus isn't real, so I don't...
Well, he's based off a real person, Saint Nicholas.
But Santa itself is not a real man, so, I mean, I feel like it shouldn't bother you so much, but I feel what you're saying, though.
Right, because she said, like, well, what if a little black kid comes into Walgreens and he doesn't feel included when he sees white Santa Claus? And I was like, well, what if a fucking Asian kid comes into Walgreens and he doesn't feel included with black Santa Claus? The point is, we all bleed red. The guy's giving you presents. What does it matter what his skin color is? Like,
okay, so let Walgreens sell black Santa Claus then.
But they're like black-facing Santa Claus. That's right. They didn't even give him a bigger dick or anything. They just painted his face black. It's not even anatomically correct. Like,
Santa isn't real though. Just chill. Santa is not real, homie. Like, come on. Let them sell black Santa Clauses because people still sell white Santa Clauses. They're not gone.
But don't you think that's weird? Like, what if they had the comic book racks and, like, Superman's not real, but they have on one side white Superman and the other side black Superman? It's like, what? Like, what was that? Does race matter? Like, it's Superman. Like,
I don't know what you want me to say. You told me to give you my opinion. I did.
Well, do you agree with me? Was that your opinion?
I don't fully agree with you because I think that it's just like whatever. Like I just feel like it doesn't matter too much. It's just like a little figurine that's overpriced. Like I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like it can be a black Santa or a white Santa. It don't matter because he's not real. It could be a purple Santa or a fucking pink Santa. Shit, they're selling him black to make money anyway, so it don't even matter.
Well, let's say that I'm really late and I'm like running over to Walgreens because I have no Christmas decorations.
Oh my God! Bro, that's your fault. Then you're stuck with a black Santa because you didn't prioritize getting decorations. What the fuck?
Okay, but what if I'm like, fuck?
Why are you so... Hold on, baby. I mean, like, why are you so mad about this?
Because I feel like it's dividing us more.
Bro, it's just a black Santa. Like, let them have the black Santa.
But to that point, it's like, sister, it's just a white Santa. Like, let's let him be white. What's the problem? He's giving you a present.
Shit, let it be a white... You know what you need to do, baby? You need to take this to fucking corporate. You need to write a letter.
I do, because God forbid I'm sprinting over to Walgreens and I'm really
Right,
late.
right, baby. You better write that letter to corporate. Tell them you want the white Santa.
Do you know how awkward that would be to come up to the front of Walgreens and be like, "Hey, do you have any white Santas in the back? I kind of."
Bro, so why don't you just buy the black Santa and paint him white?
Well, I guess. I mean that.
You can do that. You can do that in like 30 minutes.
But if I paint him white, they're gonna be like, "Why is his dick so big? He's white." And then I'll be like, "Oh, actually, he was."
What the fuck the dick got to do with the?
It has
statue?
a lot. To,
you were talking about the whole opposite thing. You thinking about dick, bro?
I think that it's respectful.
Is there a significant other man?
No, my gosh.
Oh, okay, I was just curious.
I'm being respectful to. I have profound respect for the large phalluses that African Americans have. You know, like, and
I don't have a large phallus. I wish.
The males, you know, and I mean,
I'm
not.
No, I'm shit.
I also believe.
I want to be slanging hanging too.
Well, I know it's not the tattle of the paddle; it's the stiff of the scaff, and that's where I believe that I also.
Boy, are you like a YouTuber or something?
Hey, have you been to Walgreens before?
Yes.
I was just there with my girlfriend, and I noticed that they have black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I was very confused because he's like a Scandinavian folktale or some shit, St. Nicholas. Like, what does it matter? Why can't he be a white guy? That's like having a black Superman and a white Superman. It's kind of felt confusing to me, and my girlfriend said, well, what if a little black kid comes in a store and he doesn't feel included when he sees white Santa Claus? And I said, well, what if an Asian kid comes in the store and doesn't feel included with black Santa Claus? Like, the point is, we all bleed red. He's giving you presents. What is it? I don't get why it's like the 1960s, only like a reverse version, this weird, like, pseudo 60s, like, there has to be, it's not inclusive enough. Like, that's like watching Looney Tunes and Speedy Gonzales comes on screen and he's like, yo, let's run really fast, dog. Let's run really fast. And I'm like, what the hell happened to Andale? Like, I'm like, oh, we just want black people to feel included too. It's like, they don't like Spanish people? Like, I feel like that's kind of offensive to black people. Like, and not only that, they painted blackface on Santa Claus. They didn't even give him a bigger dick or anything like that. They just crudely painted him black. And I just think that's racist in itself. And my girlfriend kind of thinks...
I was at Walgreens. I saw they had the Trojan ultra thin behind the counter, and I was like, yeah, these are the ones for ultra thin dicks, right? And then the cashier just laughed at me.
She laughed at you?
Yeah, I was just looking for the ultra thins, you know?
Right.
It's got a really narrow one.
Yeah. What was your point there?
I don't know.
Hi, have you been to Walgreens before?
Yeah, why?
Because I just went there with my girlfriend and we were noticing that they have black Santa Claus statues and white Santa Claus statues. And I kind of felt like that's a little bit like reverse racism. Like, why? That's like having a black Superman comics and white Superman comics. It's like, why can't a white guy give black kids presents? Like, and my girlfriend basically disagreed and said, well, what if a black kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel included when he sees the white Santa Claus? And I said, well, what if an Asian kid comes in the store and doesn't feel included with the black Santa Claus? Like, you're basically saying that a black kid can only identify with someone of his skin color, which is racist. And they just blackface Santa Claus. They didn't make his dick bigger or his lips bigger. I feel like that is the definition of racism. How is that making us more together? It's dividing us.
No, I would have to agree.
Thank you. And God forbid I'm late on the holidays and I'm like bopping over to Walgreens and I'm like, you guys have Santa Claus? I'm like, yeah, there's 2 more left in the back. I'm like, thanks. I go back and I'm like, you know, I love black people, but at that point I have to say, fuck, they're black! You know, like, and I don't want to say that ever in my life. And then now I have to go back to the black woman at the counter and say, and like while I'm looking at the black Santa Clauses, like, I have nothing wrong with that Santa Claus, but I'm about to go to a like white family, which that doesn't matter either. He's Scandinavian. Look, do you have any white Santa Clauses in the back? I'm not racist, you know, and I just feel like that's going to be a very awkward scenario for me.
I can see how that could be.
I would honestly probably just buy the black Santa and like make a joke out of it, like. Well, thank you for hearing me out. Thanks for not thinking I'm a racist and agreeing with the idea that progressing too far is like kind of can be a bad thing. Like that's like watching Looney Tunes one day and Speedy Gonzales comes on screen and he's like, "Yo, I'm about to run really fast, dog. Check this out." And I'm like, "What the heck happened to Andale, Andale?" And like, "Oh, we're trying to make black people feel more included." It's like, black people don't like Spanish people? I mean, Speedy Gonzales is a very awesome character. I mean, why? What's going on here, guys? Like, let everybody love everybody. Yo, what's up, dog? Let's run really fast. I thought that was kind of funny, but... Hey, have you been to Walgreens? Oh, perfect. I actually need a black person's opinion really quick. Would you mind if...
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Have you been to Walgreens before? Well, it's basically like Circle K or like a supermarket. And I was there with my bitch, and I noticed that they have black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses for sale. And I said, huh, that's kind of strange. And she goes, why is that strange? I said, because, like, Santa's Finnish, I think. St. Nicholas lives in the North Pole. He's white. I don't know why there's a black man Santa Claus. And she said, well, maybe they did that so black people can feel more included. And I was like, okay, well, where's Asian Santa Claus? Are you saying that a black person can't get a present from a white guy? Is that what you're saying? Like, they didn't even make his dick bigger. They just painted his face fucking black. Like, I feel like that's blackface. Like, what's wrong with him being white? Hi, have you been to the store Walgreens before? Walgreens?
Yeah.
I was just there with my girlfriend, and they're selling these Santa Claus statues, and half of the Santa Claus statues are black. They're these black Santa Clauses, and then white Santa Clauses. And I said to my girlfriend, huh, that's kind of, huh. And she goes, what? What, huh? And I go, Santa Claus is white. It's like a German folktale, St. Nicholas or some shit. He lives in the North Pole, like, he's fat. Yeah. And she goes, well, why can't he be black? Why can't he be fucking black? And I said, no, it's not that he can't be. I'm sure he could have pigment surgery if he wanted to, but he's not. That's what I'm saying. Why are they segregating Santa Claus? And she said, well, what if a little black kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel included with white Santa Claus? And I was like, well, what if an Asian kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel included with black Santa Claus? Like, we could do this all day. The point is we all bleed red. You know, like, I like Black Panther. What's wrong? I mean, I don't, but if I saw it, I'm sure I'd enjoy it, but who do you think is more racist here? Walgreens for black-facing Santa and making two different Santa Clauses, or my girlfriend who thinks I'm racist for pointing that out?
Walgreens.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
For sure.
Oh, perfect. I actually need a black person's opinion really quick. Would you mind?
Are you being serious? Yes.
Yes.
No. Like, yeah, I want to know. What is it? Come on.
Oh, yeah. So I was just at Walgreens with my bitch, and we noticed that they have black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I was like, geez, that's, huh. And she goes, what, huh? What? And I go, well, Santa Claus is white. I think it's Finnish, like St. Nicholas was his name. He lives in the North Pole. He gives kids presents. And she said, well, maybe they did that so when a black kid comes into Walgreens, he feels included now. I'm like, wait, well, what about an Asian kid? Is he gonna feel included? Like, what's wrong with him being white? He's giving you fucking presents. We all bleed red. Like, I'm kind of lost here. Like, that's like having a black Superman, white Superman on the same comic rack. And God forbid I'm late to Christmas and I'm like running over to Walgreens and they only got the black Santas left and I'm like, oh, well, and then there's a black
then you're
girl.
You're going to have some black family thinking you're...
Right. Like, they're going to think I'm like...
Look at them stealing our Santa Claus.
Or they're going to think I'm like trolling or something. I'm like, no, the Walgreens. You know, like, and God forbid the girl at the counter is black and I have to go to the counter and be like, I'm not racist, but never mind. I'm just gonna go to different Walgreens. You know,
my
like
girlfriend's black.
I beg your pardon?
You can just walk out like my girlfriend's black.
Yeah.
You take the black Santa.
Yeah, that would work. That I mean, so basically the question is, do you think that I'm a racist for bringing up that that's kind of like a dividing us thing, or do you think Walgreens is racist when they black-faced Santa Claus? They didn't give him a bigger dick. They just fucking painted his face black and said, yeah, here, now black people can feel included. It's like, what? Why couldn't they feel included before?
Well, it's funny. My sister pointed out something when I was up in Pennsylvania for the holidays. She said they made a black Barbie doll finally, but they didn't make a light-skinned black Barbie doll. And I'm like, yeah, why don't I get a Barbie doll? Everybody gets one. You don't need to have every ethnicity of Santa Claus because I never even thought about that as a kid. Like, I was never like, man, gee, I really wish Santa was black. Like, you're right, I didn't give a fuck because he was bringing me presents. He could have been fucking green for all I gave a shit.
Yeah, and actually, you know what?
And no, that's not racist. That's actually, I never thought about it that way, but like, no, that's really funny if that was the only Santa Claus left in the store and like some white families like, yes, we're having a black Santa this year.
Hey, have you ever been to Walgreens?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. I was just at Walgreens with my girlfriend, and we noticed that they're selling black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I said, that's kind of strange. And she said, why is that strange? I said, because it's the same fucking guy, but he's two different colors. Like, what's going on here? And she said, well, maybe they want to have black kids, God bless you, maybe they want to have black kids feel more included when they come to Walgreens. And I was like, wait a second, are you saying that a white guy can't give a black kid a present? Like, what about Asian kids? Where's Asian Santa? Like, we all bleed red. And that being said, if Santa was black from the beginning and they suddenly had white Santas, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, how is that making him feel more included? Like, do I need a black Superman and white Superman? Like, do you guys think that I'm a racist? Because she thinks I was a racist for pointing that out. And I think Walgreens is racist for black-facing Santa Claus. They didn't even give him a bigger dick. They just painted his face black.
I think that, like, isn't it like a thing that Santa Claus was black? Like, whenever we first came around, like, Santa Claus was depicted to be black. And then, kind of like Betty Boop. I don't know if you remember Betty Boop. She was black and then ended up, people thinking she was white. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be honest. When I hear Betty Boop, I think of, like, the white with the black hair. And when I think of Santa, it's just something... I mean, I'm not telling any tales out of school here. Like, Tim Allen was Santa. Like, he's been white for a long time.
Yeah.
If what you're saying is true, maybe...
But that's like the Jesus thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jesus is supposed to be, like, Middle Eastern.
But American, he's white face.
Jesus is Jesus is a Jew.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever disputed that. But yes, different cultures have depicted him in their own way. But nobody's ever disputed he's not a Jew.
So where do you live?
In California. I'm from Minnesota, so everything I'm saying right now would immediately get me skipped by most Californians. Where are you guys from?
Right. Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Which
typically you'd be getting skipped on the same way. Wait, no. Right? No, never mind.
You never know. You never know these days. Yeah, you never know. Well, I just want to say...
I'm not big on politics. That's all her playground.
No, it's not my playground either.
Right. Oh, are you guys naked underneath those robes?
No.
I don't have a robe on.
Look.
Oh.
I have a tank top though.
Okay.
I got my jammies on.
Respect.
He's chilling.
Respect.
We're not horny.
No.
Okay, I was just making sure that you guys aren't getting off on what I'm saying right now.
You said you had a girlfriend, right?
I beg your pardon?
You said you had a girlfriend?
Yes.
How long have you guys been together?
3 years now. Honestly, after today at Walgreens, it's probably done. We're probably...
No
way.
Wait, are you lying? Is this a joke?
Wait, are you ending it or is she ending it?
Are you expecting me to live with somebody that seriously believes that a white Santa is not capable of giving a black kid presents? How am I supposed to sleep next to this lady at night? All I'm going to be thinking about is fucking Santa Claus.
That's not ground. 3 years and you're gonna throw it away over.
I'm gonna be fucking this chick. I'm gonna be fucking and thinking about Black Santa. Like, I can't do that.
Why?
I'll never come. Hi, have you been to Walgreens before?
No.
No? Oh well, it's a supermarket basically. It's like Circle K. Are you familiar?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, let's just pretend there's a store and it's called Walgreens. And I walk into Walgreens with my girlfriend and they're selling Santa Claus statues. And I noticed that there's white Santa Clauses and black Santa Clauses. And I was like, huh, that's kind of, huh. And my girlfriend goes, what? What, huh? What? She's black. And I go, well, Santa Claus is white. He lives in the North Pole. I think it's like a German folktale like St. Nicholas or some shit. And she goes, well, why can't he be black? And I go, no. I'm saying he's white. I'm sure he can get pigment surgery if he wants, but what's wrong with the white Santa Claus? And she goes, well, what if a little black kid comes in the store and doesn't feel included with white Santa Claus? And I was like, well, what if an Asian kid comes in the store and doesn't feel included with black Santa Claus? We could do this all day. I mean, the point is we all bleed red. What's wrong with white Santa Claus? And she basically says that I'm a racist, and I think Walgreens is racist for black-facing Santa Claus. They didn't even give him a bigger dick. They literally just painted his face black. So, do you think I'm racist? Hi, have you ever been to Walgreens?
Of course. Of course.
Perfect. Maybe you can help me out here. I just went
Are
to...
you from Tennessee?
No.
Oh, damn. You're the only 10 I see, son.
Oh, thank you. Most likely I'll ask to see your tits after I go on this dissertation, if you wouldn't mind. So I was just at Walgreens, and I noticed that they're selling a white Santa Claus and a black Santa Claus. And I said, isn't that kind of racist? And my girlfriend was like, how is that racist? Hi, have you ever been to the store Walgreens?
Yeah.
I was just there with my girlfriend, and we noticed that they're selling black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I said, that's rather strange. And she said, why is that strange? And I said, because it's the same guy, but he's two different colors. Like, what's wrong with the white Santa Claus? And she goes, well, what's wrong with the black Santa Claus? And I said, no, he's not black. If he had been black since the beginning of time and suddenly he's white, I'd have the same problem.
Right.
And she said, thank you. She said, well, if a little black kid comes in the store, I think they're trying to be more inclusive so he can feel more included. And I said, well, what about Asian kids? Like, are you saying that a black kid can't feel included getting a present from a white guy? Like, don't we all bleed red? Like, why are you bringing race into this, Walgreens? Like, what, do we need a black Superman and a white Superman comics? So she basically thinks that I'm racist for thinking that that's divisive, and I think that Walgreens is being divisive. Who do you side with more? And it's okay.
Can I comment?
Well, before you do, don't feel afraid to call me a racist or something, because honestly, I think that you can be a racist, and if you're not hurting people or killing people, freedom of thought, that's fine with me. But I just want to hear your opinion.
I don't think that there's actually any racist bit in it. I think you're purely like commenting on like what is given. Is it your girlfriend?
Correct.
or just girlfriend?
Yeah.
Not wife.
No, 3 years girlfriend. Soon wife, probably. If this doesn't break us apart. No, I'm joking. It won't. But
okay, but maybe wife.
You can say that. I call her my wife.
Do you think she has ill will in her heart?
No, this actually, that's how I excuse it.
Does she think you have ill will in your heart when you talk about it?
No, she doesn't. And that's why I can't let go of it, though, because I just hate that word, racist,
I think it is unreal for someone to question you to say that might be racist because you are asking a purely clean question of like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Thank you. Thanks, man. Have you ever been to Walgreens?
I have.
Excellent. Maybe you could give me your opinion on this, and you can find out for yourself. At Walgreens right now, they're selling black Santa Clauses and white Santa Clauses. And I said to my girlfriend, that's kind of strange. And she said, why is that strange? And I said, well, it's the same fucking guy, but he's two different races. Like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, maybe they did it to make little black kids feel more included when they see the black Santa. And I said, well, what about Asian kids or Hispanic kids? Like, the point is, we all bleed red. Why can't a black kid get a present from a white guy? Like, he's giving us presents. Why is race so important here? And basically, she thinks I'm a racist for pointing out that I'm upset with that, or I think it's weird. And I think that what they did is racist when they blackface Santa Claus. They didn't even give him a bigger dick. They just painted his face black. It's not even anatomically correct, you know. And it's, how is that bringing us together? Do we need a white Superman and black Superman?
Okay, I'm gonna tell my story about Dollar Tree. You've ever been to Dollar Tree? It's the exact same shit.
No,
okay, so
I don't go to Dollar Tree.
I walk into Dollar Tree and I'm looking for shit for my room to decorate, and I'm with a group of friends, so it's hilarious when I turn around and I see a bunch of black elves or black angels, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I purposely bought a little black angel. It's a little black girl, and I know that all the decorations, all the angels, everything in my house is white. So I wanted to see, I ran my own experiment. I got a little black angel and I put that shit right above the fireplace just to see if she magically disappears, because if she disappears, we're going to have some fucking issues in my household.
Oh, good.
If someone throws that shit away or something. So I kind of bought into I just wanted to test it out and see. I'm kind of doing what you're doing. Like, I'm kind of running an experiment to see what the people in my household think of the little black angel. It's definitely interesting. I don't think when it comes to angels, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Right, yeah, I agree.
Elves, there's little black elves.
Right, I agree.
Like Elf on the Shelf, they made a bunch of different races of those and dolls and shit.
Right.
But Santa, I saw the black Santa. I saw that in the Dollar Tree. I saw it everywhere. And I thought about it. I was like, if anything, I think it would be better for little black kids to see a white guy, someone that they can almost trust and stuff like that, so then they're not completely sketched out of all white guys. You know, they're like, oh, Santa. He's like, if I pulled up to the mall and I saw a black Santa Claus with a full beard meeting kids, I'd be like, well, that's interesting. But then that just raises more questions, because your kid's going to be like, who's that guy? Who's the white Santa? We have a white Santa and a black Santa? Or is it the same guy?
Well,
then that just...
I actually wouldn't have... I wouldn't question that too much. What would make me upset is if that guy put whiteface on. Because color does not matter. What Walgreens is doing is having the same figurine, but one is white and one is black. And that being said, if Santa had always been depicted as a black guy, I would have the same opinion if he was white now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. It definitely raises, like, if a little kid was walking around and they saw that, it would definitely raise fucking questions. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd be upset about it. It's one of those things that I don't think my opinion about it really, but the fact that it's between you and your girlfriend, now it's an issue. Like, now it's a debate. So you kind of gotta, I don't know. I 100% see where you're coming from. I think, no offense to your girlfriend, I think she's fucking retarded for calling you racist.
Thank you.
That makes no sense at all. Just for you, like, it's logical to think the way that you're thinking. It makes fucking sense. There's nothing racist about it.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm concerned because I'm supposed to be sleeping with this woman frequently, and I'm gonna have black Santa Claus in my head as I'm banging her the whole time. I'll never come. So this is something that we have to tackle, because she called me a racist.
Yeah, no, her calling you a racist is fucking weird.
Yeah.
The fact that you're upset about it isn't because of the fact that he's black.
No, I have good faith.
Did you make the?
I have good faith.
Did you make the point that if he was black the whole time and then they made him white?
Everything I said to you, I said to her.
If she's not understanding, she's a dumb bitch. You gotta cut her off, get a new girlfriend.
Hey, do you know the store Walgreens?
Yeah, what's up with it?
I was just there with my girlfriend, and they have these Santa Claus statues for sale, and half of the Santa Claus statues were black Santa Clauses. And I said to my girlfriend, right, I said, huh, and she goes, what, huh? And I go, well, Santa Claus is white. He like lives in the North Pole. He has elves. It's a German folktale or some shit. And she goes, oh wow, what's wrong with the black Santa Claus? And I said, there's nothing wrong with it. He's just not black. Like, I feel like that's kind of racist. I mean, they look at that. They literally painted black over the white one. Like, they didn't make his dick bigger or anything. Like, that's the definite. It's basically Santa Claus in blackface. And am I wrong?
I mean, I think it's up to the individual to make that decision.
Well-
What state do you live in?
Well, that's what she said. She was like, what if a little black kid comes in and he feels not included when he sees the white Santa? I say, well, what if an Asian kid comes in and he doesn't feel included when he sees the black Santa? Like, what if that black kid plays Mario? Does he not feel like he can be Luigi?
Right.
You know, like Luigi's white.
Right.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's just strange. It's a strange. I think it's racist to change it to make black people feel more included. It's like, we're all people here. I don't want Mace Windu to be white. You know, he's my favorite Star Wars character.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she just happens to think that I'm kind of racist, and I'm confused because I'm pointing out racism, and I guess she's saying that I am a racist. So it's
Yeah. What state are you in?
Minnesota.
Do a lot of people get up in arms about that, or is that mostly just you at this point?
Well, I live in California, so
Okay.
I don't even know if they have black Santas at CVS's in Minnesota, but I wasn't even up in arms. I literally just said, huh. And she was like, what, huh? You know, and then we, you know how women are. So we started a big fight. And actually, I was just trying to explain my opinion, but didn't really work.
You should do stand-up comedy. Those are the people that would feel most at ease having this conversation with you. Stand-up comedy.
Well, it sounds like you don't think I'm crazy or racist.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm the most politically incorrect person in my friend group for sure.
Respect.
You know, I get it.
Respect. Hi, do you know the store Walgreens or CVS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just there with my girlfriend today, and they're selling these Santa Claus statues, and half of the Santa Claus statues were black. There were these black Santa Clauses, and I said to my girlfriend, well, that's kind of weird. And she's like, what's weird? And I said, Santa Claus is white. He lives in the North Pole. I think St. Nicholas was the original Santa Claus. He's like German or some shit. And she was like, wow, I mean, why can't Santa be black? And I was like, it's not that he can't, he isn't. You know, like, what's wrong with the white Santa? And she was like, well, what if a little black kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel included with the white Santa? And I said, well, what if a fucking Asian kid comes in the store and he doesn't feel included with black Santa? Like, we could go on and on here, you dumb bitch. And we got in a huge fight, and she basically thinks I'm a racist now, and I feel like what they did was racist. Walgreens is racist. I mean, they basically blackface Santa. They didn't even make his dick bigger or his lips bigger. Like, I think that's the most racist thing you could possibly do. Oh, God.